And once again, we are filming from inside, as we just had another storm, 1 inch of rain in less than 15 minutes, and hail. Eaglet caught a small bird while all of that was going on. So this live will be short, but I thought I would get it in between storms before it migrates away. Enjoy. We just had 1 inch of rain in less than 15 minutes, and Eaglet stayed out of the cave. And then hail started to fall. It stayed out and caught a small bird. And once again, due to the rain, I cannot film outside. I waited all day. It rained on and off all day. Hi, Tim. So Mama Eagle usually come and stay with Eaglet during a storm, even if they stay out of the cave. She did not today. She did not even show herself at all, which I am assuming, I said assuming, that it's ready to start a life of its own. So I'm assuming that pretty soon it will migrate away, wherever it goes. As this is the first storm that Eaglet was in alone and did not go in the cave either. 1 inch of water in less than 15 minutes, hail, thunder, lightning, and it stayed outside. I had no visibility at all to the rock face while it was happening. And it caught a small bird in the process of the storm. I was hoping for good weather to film outside, but nope, it's not going to happen. So I thought I would come for a short while live, because it is definitely ready. So I thought I could come for a short while, and we can get our glimpses before it leaves. And you see, I've got the glass texture, so that's why I'm staying zoomed out. Actually, it's not too bad. I'll zoom in. And if you hear crunching, I'm eating a late lunch. I was busy outside, making sure the cattle was okay. Da, da, da. I was thinking of going under the hangar, open hangar, but with the lightning, I don't know that it is very safe. Hello, Big Matt. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I can't guarantee I can answer, as I'm not, a biologist or whatever. I'm just a regular girl with a son working on a private property that has a lot of wildlife. But if you like that kind of content, which I do not edit, I don't use all that technical stuff, AI and whatever. But if you enjoy that kind of content, feel free to hit the like, sub. And since I'm not seeing any question, I'm assuming you just want to watch. So I'll be quiet for now. Okay, Tim. Thank you for letting me know. The sky is still really cloudy. If I see the clouds moving out, I just move the scope outside so you can get the nature sound. And this evening I've got a premiere. It's 1 hour solid of many bugs and those white-tailed deer. I filmed them in between storms. I had no internet to go live. So I just took my phone and filmed them. This is the link to the premiere this evening. Feel free to hit the notify me if you're interested in watching it. Maybe that was still when the deer was shedding their velvet on their antlers. I do apologize for my accent, it's very strong, I know. We've still got some very dark cloud moving, but I'm seeing some glimpses of sunshine. So hopefully that stone moves and I can take everything outside. Ooh, doesn't look so good on that side. A tiny bit. You should see that huge dark cloud right above the rock face. See, it's still wet, but it pooped. So I'm going to zoom out. Usually it poops and then it flies out. You see, it had a small cave. It could have gone in one of the caves on the left, on the right, better one on the right. And it chose to stay outside like Mama taught it. I'm not sure why. I would have to look it up. I wonder if it's because of rock falls. We do have a lot of rock falls on that face. So it could block the cave, I suppose. But I was impressed it caught a small bird. I was impressed, but that also means that it's leaving very soon. All right, it looks like it might have stopped raining. I'm not sure. Which cave? I'm trying to give myself a gauge on the cave in case I move you all outside. Oh, the wind is picking up. Never mind. Next storm is arriving. I'll wait it out. Because right now you've got the glass reflection, but at least you don't have that constant moving from the wind. Eaglet was born on April 18th and fledged on July 4th at 2:23 or 2:26. I would have to look at the video time because I was actually filming it. It has not really attempted to return to the nest since it left the nest. It's on the same rock face, but I'm not sure if that's because his eaglet saw its sibling being eaten by a snake. It was almost eaten by a snake too. And I'm not making it up. It was actually caught on live stream. So I've got it on one of my live stream. Mama came to the rescue and pulled it was a rather long snake, pulled it out of the nest and had it for dinner. might stay, so I'll zoom back in. And remember, I'm 1 mile away filming through a window because we just had a huge storm with 1 inch of rain in less than 15 minutes and quite a bit of hail. And it's been like that for a week, on and off, rain, wind. And I'm not complaining, we need the rain. Hey Curtis. Hey Curtis. Put some pictures in my community post. If you go to check it out, you ask if I ever went to the top of the rock face. So I posted you pictures in my community post. It's not the last post, it's the one before that. Oh. No, great. I'm going to have to find it now. Oh no, it's still on the rock. Oh, is that Mama? I lost it. No, it's here. So I posted pictures that I took from the top of this rock face, looking down, so you get an eagle's bird view of what you can see from the very top. It's like 2 years old, but nothing has changed besides some rocks that might have fallen. And I could be up there because I was in the boss' private property. He owns some of that land over the edge, going on the other side. I'm wondering if Mama is there, in the cave, by the cave. It's talking to something. Let me try to zoom in. It might get too blurry with the window. It has seen something. And maybe Mama has arrived, I don't know. Hey, Yahoo Blackbeard. Hope you're well, Yahoo. Yes, it's a bit blurry. Remember, I'm filming through the window. We just had a huge storm. 1 inch of water in less than 15 minutes. On hail. And the wind is still on and off, so I can't put my scope outside. I had it 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. I had the smaller one outside. It was windy. The wind threw it on the ground. It broke my phone screen. So my phone's got the screen broken from the wind and the camera lens from the raccoon. But it also broke the what do you call it in English? The clips that keep your scope viewer in. So now it keeps sliding out. So now I've got to actually bungee tie my phone to the scope for the viewer to not fall out till I can buy a new one. And they're not cheap. It's not a viewer, it's the optic zoom, I guess. And they're not cheap. So I'm trying to save what I've got left. Because I just work here, I don't own it. If I did, I would have state-of-the-art equipment. And this evening I've got a premiere. I actually posted the link. I should do it again and pin it. Premiere tonight, 6 p.m. Colorado time. Link below. 1 full hour of white-tailed deer. Oh, no. Pin. There we go. Pinned it. The wind is still kicking in. So we're missing on its calling. But it's calling. I don't know if that zoom. No, it's not too bad. And remember, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. I'm going to check on the water receding quickly because I've got a lot of piled up water by the door. You know what? There is still wind, but we're going to try it. There is still a lot of clouds, but there is some sun too, so please bear with me. I'm going to take you outside. I just need to look where I am at. Makes it easier for me to... I'm pretty sure that's a cave by the big cave. Second cave, third cave. Okay, it's in between the two caves. Okay, one between the two caves. Which two caves? There is a lot of caves. These two caves. Was that heart-shaped cave? Did it fly off? Ah, it's flying off now. All right, I'm going to take us outside so you can get the sounds. It might have tried to catch a snake. All right, bear with me. I'm going to cover the scope. Where are my covers? So it's going to be black for 2 seconds. Did it fly off? No, I think it's still there. Okay, just bear with me, I'm taking you outside. The sounds will be much better. I'll have to take a plug too. Oh, I've got to take the signal. I almost forgot the signal. All right, let's find it. Big cave. Hopefully it didn't fly off. Right, 1 cave, 2 cave. It went to the one lower. Where did it go? There we go. Found something. It's too low in the chat. Too high, because I'm going to zoom in. Remember that everything is manual for me. All right. Too high. I know it's a bit high, but I don't want to keep moving it and irritate you. Look, it caught something. A bird. I can see feathers. Or a bunny. Maybe I need to lower it a bit. Hopefully I can do it. Excuse me. Hey, Snooks. Well, if I had something electronic, state of the art, I'm sure it would be easy, but I'm a mile away. Using an old phone, which is bungee cord to the scope. And we just had 1 inch of rain in less than 15 minutes. Well, half to 45 minutes ago, 36 minutes ago to be specific, because I started the stream as it ended. And a lot of hail. And it just caught a bird or something. It's ready to leave, to migrate. Mama did not come at all today to be with it for the storm. She did last week every day to show him what to do or show her. She didn't today, so I'm guessing it's ready to leave anytime soon. So I'm trying to get my fix of Eaglet while we can. It is now, I think, catching its own food or finding dead leftovers. And that, I think, is fresh because it's got blood on its beak. And this is not me moving the scope. We outside, it's windy. Oh, thank you, Snooks. Gosh, I wish I would have a bigger scope now. Look at that beak. It's full of blood. I wonder what it caught. It's not a goose aren't here. And there is nothing I can do about the moving. You don't get the window texture, but you get the wind. Slight wind will move everything. It was born on April 18th. Mai, juin, juillet, août. So it will be 5 months old on September 18th. Yes, that's what I do every year. Snooks. And it is a bird because it's moving feathers out. It's defeathering, I guess it's called in English. Oh, I can make my own word up. I like making up words. Oh, emergency vehicles. Hopefully a fire didn't start without lightning. Thank you, Snooks. Plucking, I know that word, I forgot it. My English is not perfect. I self-taught myself English by moving to England without speaking the language, and then moved to America. And nobody ever really corrected the accent and the pronunciation, so yeah, the accent is in the way. I just made the word up, I guess. Hey, Linda. Yeah, it's plucking a bird. It caught a bird, Linda. It's catching its own prey now. It's on food. And Mama is not around, just passes by to say hi, so it's leaving, I would say, in the next 7 to 14 days. So I'm trying to film it as much as I can for all of you to see his progress or her progress. No gender, doesn't matter, it's an eaglet. Thank you, Snooks. When I'm outside, I'm away from my tablet, so I can't type anything on my stream or we lose the stream if I switch screen. Linda, look at the pinned comment. I've got a premiere tonight. I've had bad weather all week with very little signal, so I actually placed my phone under the trees like I would for the live stream. And it was my lucky day. I caught the deer for a full steady hour. So I saved the video and I'm going to stream it tonight as a premiere at 6 p.m. Colorado time, that is. And last night, Bear made a visit. And I didn't have my lights set up, so I grabbed some solar lights, stuck them in the ground. It left when I did that, but it came back because there was food. And I filmed it. So first it's in kind of the dark, and then it's got a bit of lighting. So it will be darker than usual, but I wasn't going to risk it in case it had curbs. It didn't have curbs. So I'll premiere that tonight. Not tonight, another day. That bird has big wings. I'm wondering if it's a pelican because we're seeing white wings, but the end of the wing is black. Can you see that? I wish it wouldn't have gone behind the grass. It's either a pelican or a heron or maybe a goose. Look at those big feathers. And in my flower pot, I've got a praying mantis that moved in, so I filmed her too. But there are so many videos you can post in 24 hours, and I don't want to upset YouTube, so we'll have to take our time. And it will give me something to post when we don't have animals around. The deer right now is mating, so they're not coming as much. And because black bear was out, they made themselves scared yesterday. But because it's eating, we're going to have it in here for a while, which is awesome because I keep losing it when it flies. As I told you, I'm not a professional. I don't have professional equipment. I just work on this private property, which is full of wildlife. And the property is set up for wildlife to feel safe. No sprays used. The deer weeds, so we don't need weed spray. The cattle cut the grass. So for the new viewers, I film golden eagles who have the nest on the private property on that 800 feet tall rock face. It depends when the adults start to mate. They mate anytime from January to February, then they incubate their eggs in March. And so far in the last 10 years, the eggs hatch sometimes in April, often during a snowstorm. And then we follow them growing up and being fed by the parents. Then we watch out for the fledge and try to catch it. This year, that eaglet fledged on July 4th, which was pretty neat. And then once it's fledged, we try to follow it as much as we can to see its progress, learning to fly. For a week, it remained on the rock and was afraid to fly further. Now it flies well and catches birds. And then it migrates. And soon as it migrates, the hawks come back and the bald eagles. And usually the bald eagles, depending on when the eaglets were born, they will bring their fledge anytime between September and January, and the parents will bring them goose, and they will eat the goose in the fields by the river. So I'm still filming them from the patio a mile away. And I'll film the bald eagles on the trees when they stalk on hunt. And then we've got the coyotes all year round, a pack of 6. They've got 3 puppies, and they're so cute. And in the winter, just to not alarm you, they often have mange, or mange, as I call it, because to me it's a French word, mange. So you will often see them without any hair in -20 temperature, but so far they all made it. They will limp because they get weak with the mange. But they rebound. We'll get the black bear on and off occasionally. And in the winter, we might get glimpses of the mountain lion, the bobcat. And we've got whitetail, mule, deer, raccoons, skunks, owls. Last night, owl was actually under the trees getting the mice. And when I can find them, then I'll film the owlets. What else? Snakes, of course, rattlesnakes and bull snakes. And all the insects, praying mantis, whatever. And all the birds, hummingbird, orioles, but they've migrated, so now we won't see them till next year. A lot of magpie, blue jays, nuthatch, and squirrels, plenty of squirrels. And Fatso squirrel was named Fatso by accident. When I saw her 11 years ago, she was so huge. And after the fact, I realized she was pregnant. But Fatso is wild, never been nursed by a human. She lost a tail to a dog. And she's still alive, roaming around. She's a queen. And she will take walnuts from my mouth during live streams. So often in the autumn, you'll see me laying on the ground on my live stream. And the squirrel, Fatso, will come to get the walnuts from my mouth. And when I can see them, we've got beavers, woodchucks. In the summer, when I film, sometimes we lose connection, my phone overheats, I've got to stick it in the freezer for 1 minute, and the connection comes back. In the winter, my phone is wrapped in hand warmers, because it can be -20, -30. And the connection isn't steady. I'm in a small valley, and all the way around I've got foothills. So the connection is hit or miss. I was thinking of renaming Fatso Walnut, just to make it. I mean, it was just me naming her Fatso. I wasn't even filming her back then. And then I started to film her on Facebook, called her Fatso, and then transitioned to YouTube, and maybe I should call her Walnut. Because that's a favorite food. I will put hazelnut, almonds, peanuts, and walnuts, and she will often choose the walnut. She's not big on Brazil nuts at all. And yesterday I went to the store because it's been raining for a week. Everything is wet. And I got a bag of fresh moss. And I put it by a tree, and she took it up to a nest. Just helped her a bit. I have filmed her with talon marks. The hawk has tried to catch her quite a few times. A few times I interfered, and then the hawk attacked me. Hawks have a long memory. Oh, and last week I filmed a hawk. I believe it's a Cooper's hawk. And it was a juvenile, and it let me right underneath it. The branches were in the way, but you still can see it. And it was trying to catch birds. and it never flew away when I went right underneath it. So I've got to post these videos too. I most of the time do lives because it's nice to see it live, but I don't get notice when wildlife will turn up, and I work a lot, so that is my job. We are on the work property. So I'll try to do a lot of lives, post shorts. Tonight is my first premiere as a video, which is a good idea for when I don't get reception. I've been known to be in an internet outage for a week at a time, where then I can just post a video with my little jetpack, I guess. Which is my backup. So if you turn on your notifications on all, you will know when I'm coming live. Or when I post videos, I guess. Or shorts. Or community posts. And my content is exclusively wildlife. Also, there is a lot on YouTube. We all get different kind of wildlife, I guess, and surroundings. And I don't edit anything. What I see is what you see. I don't make it look pretty with AI because then it's fake. And I do not like fake. I do not like fake videos. I do not like fake people. I do not like fake. It might not be perfect, but at least it's authentic. Just like us humans. Hi, Tate. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope the quality is good. That's the best I can do 1 mile away with an old iPhone. I wish it could move that brush. I went to fetch a stool because I might be here for a while now. There are like 15 grasshoppers in my flower pot. We're praying mantises, but I can't see her. I lost track of her. She blends in so well. And more weather warnings. More lightning. We're getting another storm from now till 4:28. So if I have to, I'll move us back inside. And then move back out like I just did. if you didn't mind to hit the likes, that would be wonderful. Sorry, the wind is moving the scope. Thank you, Linda. It's eating too fast. It's going to have to clean that beak. Looking at the feathers, I zoomed in on my tablet. This looks like a goose. I mean, we're too far to see. I don't think it's a blue heron. And it can't be a pelican because only the ends are black. So I think it got a goose. Sorry, we've got another storm moving in, so the wind's going to be in on out or on and off. I'm sure he caught it because Mama hasn't been here since very early this morning. Well, if it does fly off while I'm working and don't come back, at least we got a good stream. Finally, where it's eating. It's got a lot of white to it. Yeah, goose have some whites, I guess. Ah, let's eat that feather. That's not me moving, the wind is kicking in. If there are any newcomers, viewers, we're watching a golden eaglet that was born on April 18th, fledged on July 4th. We watched it growing from birth till fledge and watched it learning to fly. And it looks like it caught its first goose on its own, which means it's going to migrate pretty soon. And in the last 10 years of watching them, they usually migrate by mid-September. So we're trying to get our fix of eaglet. And I film a lot of wildlife live often, very often. So if you sub and turn your notification on all, you then know when I come live. I film a lot of deer, raccoon, skunk, the occasional black bear when it visits, mountain lion in the winter, coyotes, a lot of squirrels, regular birds. It's moving a bit. Let's see if I can move it. I think it's calling for its mama to show, look what I got to myself. I don't know if it's going to fly off for a bit. It's been eating for approximately 70 minutes. Yeah, because I came out at 36 minutes of stream. So it's been eating the goose for 70 minutes. If you could hit the thumbs up, that would be wonderful. It might take a break and fly off. I don't know. I'm going to turn off the chat for a bit in case it flies off. Because then I can't follow it properly with the chat at the bottom of the screen. And I might lose it. I'm zooming out in case it gets ready to fly off. Went in the cave. I'm just zooming out to be able to follow it. I think it's getting ready to fly off. And you see, when I zoom out, you get the true colors of the rock. Yeah, I could edit with AI, but I'm not going to. I like authentic stuff. Oh, that was Mama. I don't know where she flew off. Unless it was a raven going after its food. No, it's going back up. There you go, Mama or Papa came in. Look. It's Mama. So it's going to climb back up. I'm just trying to get them both. It's behind a rock somewhere. Yeah, Eaglet is right here. And Mama is at the top. I'll show you Mama. Oops. I'm too high. Dang it. Yes, that's Mama. That's not Papa. The gold on the neck, on the wings. You see our beak is really white. We're expecting another storm cell and it's moving in and the wind is picking up. And that might be why she's here. She did let it ride the previous storm. But maybe we're getting a very strong storm and she moved back in. So that's Mama. And maybe she knows that Eaglet is about to fly off for its journey. And she's making sure she, I guess, does a goodbye her own way. Going to try to locate Eaglet. He's right below. Sorry, I've got to zoom out, so. And the wind is really picking up. There you go, he's climbing up. Alright, I've got to move it a bit. Oh, she's getting ready to fly off. So he might fly off too. And they might, yeah. It's flying time, flying lesson. I think she's still on the rock. Oh yeah, she's eating some of that goose too. Look, she's where it was. Going to try to get them both. You've got Eaglet at the top left and you've got Mama middle of the screen, well, middle of my screen, on the right. And maybe she's eating the goose for Eaglet to go back down, because she's been teaching Eaglet how to protect its food. Ah, she flew off. I don't know if she took the whole goose or not. She might have taken the goose. I'm just waiting a bit before to zoom back in, so that if it flies off, I don't lose it. And she's not flying, so she's a bit further, somewhere on the rock face. Oh. Hopefully it doesn't fly off. I think she's back, because it's when it places its head down, usually she's around. Ah, she went above. She's trying to make it fly. Don't know if you saw the end of the wing as I zoomed out. I told you, when it put its head down, she's not far. And she's still on the rock, because I'm not seeing her in the sky. He's putting his head down. As soon as it poops, it will fly. There you go, poop. And usually it takes off after it poops. Sorry, that's what I observed. Lightening up the load. It's looking up, so she's got to be above. I just don't know if it's going to fly off or not. I'll zoom back in and hopefully I don't lose it. Sorry, zooming in makes everything move. Like, now that's a wind, that's not me. I turned back on chat, but I'm going to turn it back off. Squirrels are getting the nuts. I'm convinced it's going to fly off. So if you want to see it flying, unfortunately, I've got to zoom out. That's our best bet, to keep it in sight. And you got to see it eating for 70 minutes, which is rare. And we've got, it's been a while since we got it with Mama together. And I am filming a mile away. So its call really carries. It's thinking about it. Huh. You went behind the, okay. It went behind the bluff. It landed again. I just don't know if it's behind the bluff. I'm too far. That's a V. Yeah. I think it landed just on the other side. Yeah, I'm too far from where I saw it landing. That is where it likes to hang out. But I know I saw it landing at the top. Too far. It landed above the caves. If it's in the back, well, it would take me 40 minutes to climb it up from the other side. And it, oh, sometimes it goes inside the caves. But I know I saw it at the top, so. Still talking, so I'm expecting it to fly off again. Oh wait, is that a brush? Or is that, okay, the cave, cave. I think it's a brush that I saw. Yeah, it didn't go that far. The screen is freezing. Okay. Squirrel fight. That's what you heard. All the squirrels are territorial, they're all pregnant. Like 10 of them. So in 1 month we will have approximately 60 squirrels running around, new ones. I'm pretty sure it went behind that rock face on the other side, which is a slope. So there is no way I can find it till it comes back to the top. But we got a good 105 minutes. Unless, I think that's a rock, but yeah, and it wasn't in that area. I know it was above the big caves. Hopefully it didn't just take off to start its new journey. It's kind of late. And there are storms. I know, wildlife's are used to it, accustomed to it. Ah, wait. There we go. If it moves, and it's right by the big caves. Ah. I think that's a rock, but yeah, that's a rock. But many times before I thought I was looking at a rock and then it moved and it was Eaglet. All right, well, I'm not going to find it, and we've got more clouds moving in. New storm. But for the new viewers, if you just came in, we were watching Golden Eaglet. It ate for 70 minutes on a goose. Then Mama joined it, and then it flew off. And I think it went on the other side of the ridge. And all of this is filmed on a private property. I do mostly live. So if you want to be notified, I guess turn on notification on all. I never know what I'm going to see. Because, you know, they don't ring me. Oh. There. Right above the big cave, told ya. That is Eaglet. Too high. I need to move it this way, okay. Please don't fly back off, I just found you. And there is a storm coming in. The sky just clouded up. So it's going to fly in the windstorm, and I cannot reduce my screen, okay? And soon as it poops, it flies. It looks like if it's going to take off with the winds. That's not me moving the phones, that's the wind. And I am filming a mile away with just an old iPhone. I'm not a professional, I just share my passion, which is wildlife and nature. And this is not my property, I just manage it for the owner. But the golden eagles are on private property. The nest is on private property. And everything I film is on private property. When it's not, I actually write it on my drive to the canyon or whatever. And if you enjoy wildlife, also, I'm sorry I don't edit. I don't use AI and filters and all that stuff. So what I see is what you get. There are plenty of channels who enhances, so I don't need to enhance. But if you enjoy wildlife, that's what I stream exclusively. And put on post, videos, shorts, and tonight I've got my premiere with white-tailed deer, 1 hour and 10 minutes, I think it is. And a full hour and 5 minutes is white-tailed bucks and white-tailed does. And I filmed it this week while we had bad weather. The signal really was bad, I couldn't come live. So I placed my phone where I do a lot of the streams and turned it on. And luckily enough, we had 1 hour of solid deer presence. So I'm streaming it tonight as a premiere. Well, at 6 p.m. in almost an hour 10 minutes. Like last night, I had no signal, but black bear popped by. And I didn't expect it, so I didn't have my usual red lights on. I grabbed the solar lights from one side, ran them under the trees, bear left. I filmed it in the dark, then I put the lights, but they're very dim, but you still can see it. And it stayed for an hour, so I will do that as a premiere too. I don't know exactly when. So just turn on your notification bell and you'll get the notification, I guess. It looks like if it's ready to take off again and I can't zoom out. Okay. I zoom out because it's easier to follow it when it's in flight. I mean, I'm sorry it's not very professional, but all I've got is an iPhone and a scope. And considering it's not bad, it's a mile away on very basic manual equipment using YouTube app. Maybe it's going to stay. Well, if we lose it, we lose it. Let's just zoom on it while we can, because it could take off at any time. I don't know, tomorrow morning I might get up and it's gone. And I'm sorry I'm not acknowledging you because I've turned off my chat to have my full screen. It makes it easier when it flies, because when it flies in the bottom of the screen, it's hidden behind the chat. So I'm not being rude. Hello, everybody, or everyone. You know what I mean. And that sound is squirrel getting peanuts from the peanut box. And she's right by my feet. And it does that a lot. The sun is out a bit west. This is Eaglet is on the east rock face. So it's taking the sun rays on its bigger part of his body, the back, as it's how they regulate the thermal regulations, whatever it is called. So they perch up a lot, taking in the sun for the thermal protection for when it's cold, da 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 da. I'm going to turn on chat. Yeah, if I could afford a DSLR, I would, but I'm just a worker, a land worker. So soon as I can get one, I will, but you know, things are not cheap these days. But hello, Central 22. Or is it Central 22? Hello, Sergio Cadenas. But I'm going to take a picture of that comment. Thank you much. And then I'll research it. Maybe I can find one. That is affordable. Thank you much for the tip. D, that means digital. A digital tripod. Sorry, I'm not very techie. You know, I'll go and meet a wild animal face to face. I'm more comfortable with that than techie technology. And it's very windy, so it's moving. We've been having storm on and off for a week, and just before I came on live stream, we got 1 inch of water pouring buckets in less than 15 minutes. And just before that, we got a lot of hail. And we've got round to coming, looking at my weather warning. Put it that way, I've got a drone that's been in the box for 2 years. I unboxed it, I charged the free batteries, and then I reboxed it. And finding a day with no wind in Colorado is, yeah, challenging. If it flies off because I'm zoomed in, I'll lose it, so that's when I'll disconnect. Just enjoy the zooming, I guess. And that's the wind, not me. Well, you can see it from Eaglet feathers, really. DSLR. DSLR. Smartphone Credo. I mean, I've got a heavy duty tripod. And it has a weight on it. It's a Vortex Optics Pro GT. Three-way tripod, whatever that means, with a huge hook. And I've got weights on it. But it's still moving. I wish Central would have given me more detail. I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, these DSL cameras. Well, I'm using a phone. I'm using a phone on an HD scope. Sorry, the wind is picking up. It's moving my phone, which is hanging out of a huge scope. And I am 1 mile away, looking 800 feet up. Yeah, that wind is really picking up. It feels like drunk driving, which is not a good thing. Hello, Juarez Ferreira. I don't know what you wrote, I didn't see it. I have to disconnect in 10 minutes to get ready for my premiere, which will be at 6 p.m., so in 50 minutes from now. If you look under my videos, it's posted there. If you like white-tailed deer, that's what I filmed. Bucks on those. When I had no signal this week, which was most of the week. I guess I'll take my stool back inside. All right, I'm so lucky today. We got a real good view of Eaglet, but it's 5:24 and in 35 minutes I've got a premiere. So I'm going to have to disconnect. And if you like white-tailed deer, in 35 minutes I'll come back on. If you go in my videos, yeah, I think it's on the videos, you'll see premiere. You can turn on the bell to be notified, and you'll get 1 hour. Look at those clouds, how fast they're moving. And I'll see you there. It's white-tailed bucks and does. And to film them all, I had to be back, obviously. So, but hopefully you'll still get to see the antlers shedding. The lead had its velvet really hanging down like weeds from its antlers. Hopefully it shows well. And thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully we get a repeat tomorrow, because seeing how progressing it is, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes any time in the next 7 days, maybe 14 if we're lucky, but I'm guessing 7 days max. And then we restart everything next spring. Watch them incubating the eggs, getting born, getting fed in the nest, being all little tiny, all white. If you go in my playlist, actually Golden Eagles, you'll see the Eaglet when it was all tiny. All we could see was the tip of its head because the bowl of the nest is so deep. But anyhow, I'm going to disconnect and I'll see you in half an hour to watch some white-tailed deer. And I think we've got a few minutes of a lot of birds coming down to doves. Right, and as you can see, the clouds have really moved in. It's all gray now. Thank you for watching, and hopefully, weather permitting, I'll come back tomorrow, assuming Eaglet doesn't fly away like tomorrow. And if, like today, I'll begin filming through the window until the storm really passes and then move it outside. We'll watch it preening quickly. A golden eaglet, yes, Jack Thomas. We've been following it since it was born on April 18th. Watched it fledge on July 4th. And it's ready to migrate anytime now. So I'm about to end the stream because I've got a premiere starting in half an hour with Dia. But if you rewind before I actually end it, you'll see it eating a goose for a good solid 70 minutes. And I'll be back tomorrow trying to film it again, assuming it didn't migrate. So if you turn on your notification bell, you'll know when I come live. All right, I'm going to disconnect. I've really got... Yes? Are you asking that question to Al? Okay, Florida. I'm in Colorado. Al is in Florida. All right. I'm going to disconnect to get ready for my premiere in half an hour. If you like Dia, turn on your notification bell or look for the video for the premiere, which is listed under videos. And I'll see you in half an hour. I have Harry Alves de Almeida. All right, I'm going to disconnect and I'll see you all in half an hour for a lot of deer. Whitetails, not mule deer, whitetails. And it's listed as a premiere under my video, or you can subscribe, turn on your bell on all notification, and then you'll know. Yes, Jack Thomas, this is in Colorado. I am Mo, and I am in Colorado, and I am filming in Colorado. And if you look at my channel description, I think it says private property in Colorado. And we're losing light, so the picture is getting darker. All right, see you all in half an hour. Oh, it's going to poop. It's getting ready to fly out again. Maybe. All right, I'm disconnecting. See you at 6 p.m. Colorado time, which is half an hour. Thank you. Bye. Blessings. Have a good day. Have a good night, depending where you're watching from. Thank you. Bye.